Hey, how's it going, folks? I'm Larry, and I'm going to show you a few little basic things on guitar to make people think that you're an excellent soloer, even though you're really not, such as myself. I can trick people into thinking I'm good at what I do, and I'm really not. I just know a few basic tricks that sound really cool, look cool, and feel cool, even though they're really not that complicated to do. Um, first you got to pick your key that you're soloing in, obviously, and then you play, accordingly. But I'm going to play it in A minor, in the A minor pentatonic. That just the basic. That's like the go-to guy for me. I don't know about you guys, but the A minor and pentatonic is a go-to for me. I can always go to the A minor, and I know all the positions and stuff, so that's my go-to guy. Um, Here's a little technique that I learned, I don't know, probably a year ago, picking up and playing. I just kind of discovered it, and it sounds really cool. It sounds like you really know what you're doing, and it's really not that hard. Um, so what you're gonna do, you can do this on any of the strings, really, as long as it falls into that pentatonic scale. So as long as the notes correspond, then you're good. I like to bar the fifth fret on the D and the G. So fifth fret on the D and G of the fifth fret, since this is in the A minor pentatonic. My fingers are a little sore, sorry. So bar the fifth fret of the D and the G. Well, all you're basically going to do is pull off with that bar on the G on the seventh, pull off to the fifth fret. Since you got it barred, that should be no problem. And then you're going to do the same on the D. So it's just pulling off. That's it. And you do it fast, and eventually you get. So you get the idea. That's a pretty basic one. If you can kind of, damn, sorry. You get the point. It kind of makes it adds that little oomph to it. It's pretty sweet. The next one is going to be like a very similar technique, only instead of pulling off, it's going to be hammer-ons. So let me show you what I mean. I like doing it up here on the fifth and the eighth of the B and E. And basically all you do is you fifth fret of the B, hammer onto the eighth fret of the B, fifth fret of the A or E, hammer onto the eighth fret of the E. So you just do that over and over again and do it kind of fast, and eventually you'll get. You get the idea. It's a pretty basic concept, and it makes people think that you're really good whenever you're really not that good. So let's see that again. I'll do it slow for you. And the whole time you're keeping that bar right there on the fifth fret of the G and the D. And you just go back and forth. All right, take one more look at the other little stupid trick. So it might take a little practice for you to get used to it, but it's actually relatively easy. And those are just a couple little tricks that I used whenever I first started learning how to solo to trick people into my tomfoolery, which is I'm not a great guitar player, but I'd like to be. So I'll show you that one too real quick. That's a pretty cool trick to show people, make them think you're a lot better than you are. Which if you're plugged in, it sounds a lot better. But all you're going to do is use these two-handed hammer-on pull-offs, and it can make people think that you're sick, because people like to, even though that's not the hardest technique as far as these hammer-ons and pull-offs and all this. Those are definitely not the hardest thing to do. To me, legato is pretty difficult, and sweep picking arpeggios. Those are probably the most difficult techniques that I've run across. And they're impressive, but somebody would almost rather see somebody just doing, you know what I mean? No basic solo techniques instead of the interesting stuff. But what you're going to really do is, again, we're in the A minor pentatonic. So put your ring finger on the 7th fret of the D, and you're just on the 12th fret. You're just going to hammer on with this finger and let go, just a hammer on pull off type deal. And you're pretty much going to run that scale. You're going to add a note, but it sounds pretty wicked, so I don't think it really matters. But you're pretty much just going to go from the 7th to the 6th on the same string to the 5th. And then you're going to go up a string. So you got this so far. Now you're going to go up a string and do the same thing on the A this time instead of the D. So far you should have then you're going to slide from, once you do that 5th fret on the A, slide to the 3rd fret on the A, and then bring that ring finger right up on the 5th fret of the E. And then you can like vibrato it, or like kind of try to get a little bit of a pinch harmonic. I don't know. That's kind of what I like. I usually do is I tap it and just get that pinch. But slowly it sounds like this. Damn, sorry. And then you throw that into a solo that you're doing, just kind of. And it impresses people, and it's really not that difficult to do. I hope this video helped you out in some shape or form. If not, totally cool. Let me know. I'll do what I can to change it. Thanks for watching.